Welcome back to AI ToolBox. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into an AI tool that's helping robots move like they've got their own personal trainers. Agile? It's brought to you by the brilliant minds at Human2Humanoid.
Agile is really changing the way we train humanoid robots. You can think of it as a superpowered virtual training ground, where robots can practice those complex movements before they even have to deal with the real world.
So it's like a robot boot camp.
Yeah.
But in the digital world, I'm already picturing, robot push-ups and obstacle courses. But how does that translate into real agility?
Well, that's where Agile's secret sauce comes in. It uses this really powerful combination of advanced algorithms and physics-based learning. So imagine a simulation that's so detailed that it considers every little thing about movement, gravity, friction, even the way different materials interact. The robots learn by doing, they're constantly refining their movements and getting feedback from the system.
So they're kind of learning through trial and error, just like we do, but they don't have to worry about, falling flat on their faces.
Exactly. And because that virtual world is so accurate, the skills they develop transfer really seamlessly to their physical counterparts. It's like you're training for a marathon, but in a hyper-realistic simulator. By the time race day comes, you're more than ready.
Okay, you've got my attention now, but let's talk about the real world stuff. We're not just training robots for some virtual dance-off, right? What industries are really excited about this?
The possibilities are pretty much endless. Think about areas where agility is key, like manufacturing, where robots could work in those super cluttered factory floors, or elder care, where robots could provide personalized help to seniors. We could even use them in space exploration, where they'd need to handle really tough terrain. Agile is truly a toolbox that's bursting with potential.
Hold on, space exploration, like robots trained with Agile on the moon. You're blowing my mind here. But let's step back for a minute. How is Agile different from other simulation software out there? What makes it so unique?
Well, what really sets Agile apart is its focus on humanoid agility and how well it performs in the real world. A lot of simulation tools are great for specific tasks, but Agile is designed so robots can move and interact with the physical world in ways we've never seen before. It's all about making robots that can move with, grace and precision, and I'd even say a little bit of style.
Style. So we're not just talking about robots running into walls. We're talking about robots that can move with, fluidity and finesse.
That's it. Agile's making this new generation of robots possible. They're more than just machines. They're agile collaborators that can work alongside humans in all kinds of settings.
Okay, now I have to ask, how would you use Agile to make robots dance? I can just imagine a robot ballet or even a breakdancing crew.
Now, that's a fun thought. Agile could definitely revolutionize the world of entertainment. Imagine robots that can perform complicated dance routines or even athletic feats with incredible accuracy. A robot gymnast landing a perfect backflip, or a robot dancer moving with the grace of a ballerina. It's all possible with Agile.
Wow, this is getting really interesting. We're talking about robots moving with, human-like dexterity, not just those repetitive industrial robots of the past. It seems like a whole new era of robotics is starting.
Absolutely. Agile is really pushing the limits of what we thought was possible. We're able to create robots that can move and interact with the world in ways that used to be science fiction.
So we've talked about what Agile is and how it's changing robot movement. We've even touched on how it could be used in different fields, from manufacturing to elder care and even space exploration, but we've just scratched the surface.
In part 2, we'll dive even deeper into the amazing technology behind Agile. We'll unpack the algorithms and learning processes that make this tool so powerful. Get ready to explore the inner workings of a system that's training robots for a future we can only dream of.
Welcome back to AI ToolBox. Before the break, we were getting into that how behind Agile's magic. And, it's time to really pull back the curtain, see what's going on with the algorithms and the learning processes that make this tool so amazing. Okay, I'm ready to get a little geeky here. We talked about robots learning in this virtual world, but I need more details. How do they actually learn to move with such, precision and grace? Is there like a tiny little robot instructor in there or something?
Well, not quite an instructor, but there is a really powerful learning method at work. It's called reinforcement learning. It's a type of machine learning where the AI, in this case, our robot, is learning through trial and error, just like we do.
Reinforcement learning. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that before. It's like I vaguely remember something about teaching dogs tricks with treats. Is it kind of the same idea with robots?
Yeah, it is a similar idea, but we're talking about a much more sophisticated level here. So imagine a robot learning to walk across some really rough terrain in the virtual world. Agile's algorithm sets that task as a goal and gives these virtual rewards whenever the robot takes a step in the right direction or, balances itself correctly.
So the robot's basically getting a digital high five for every good move.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how it figures out the best way to move around.
Exactly. It's all about getting the most rewards. The robot keeps trying different things, different combinations of movements, and over time it figures out how to move through that terrain like a pro. The best part is it can make mistakes and learn from them without any real-world consequences.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But we're not just talking about robots learning to walk in a straight line, right? We're talking about much more complex stuff like grabbing things or even doing flips and stuff. How does Agile handle that?
That's where the physics-based part of Agile really comes in. That simulation environment isn't just a picture of the world, it's an incredibly detailed replica that runs on real physics. So it takes into account things like gravity, friction, inertia, and even the physical qualities of all the different materials.
Whoa. So the robot is actually feeling these forces in the virtual world.
Mhm.
It's not just moving around in some empty digital space.
Exactly. The robot is interacting with this virtual world that feels incredibly real. It can feel how heavy something is when it tries to grab it. It can feel the resistance of different surfaces, and it can even feel the momentum of its own movement. So it's developing a real understanding of its own body and how it interacts with the environment.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. So by training in this crazy realistic virtual world, the robot is basically building muscle memory, a really deep understanding of movement that it can then use in the real world.
You got it. It's kind of like an athlete training for the Olympics in a high-tech simulator. They can push their limits, try new techniques, and build the strength and coordination they'll need to be successful in the real competition.
This is wild. But I'm curious what kind of algorithms are doing all this work behind the scenes. You mentioned advanced algorithms earlier. Can you give us a little peek under the hood?
Sure. Agile uses this powerful set of algorithms called Proximal Policy Optimization Algorithms, or PPO for short. These algorithms are designed for training agents like our robots in these complicated environments. They help the robot learn more efficiently by fine-tuning its actions and maximizing those virtual rewards we talked about.
PPO algorithms.
Mm.
Okay, that sounds pretty advanced. But I'm getting the idea that these algorithms are like the brains of the whole operation. They're guiding the robot's learning process and helping it do all those incredible things.
That's right. These algorithms are always analyzing how the robot is performing, giving it feedback, and tweaking the training process to make sure that the robot is learning effectively and getting closer to its goals.
So we've got these PPO algorithms working together with this physics-based simulation, helping the robot learn and develop these amazing movement skills. It's like this perfect combination of AI and physics all working together to create robots that can move with unbelievable precision and grace.
It's a really exciting area of research, and Agile is really pushing the boundaries of what's possible. We're seeing robots doing things that we never thought they could do.
It's all so cool, but I have to ask, are there any limitations to all this? Is there anything Agile can't do?
Well, like any technology, Agile does have its limitations. While the simulation is really sophisticated, it can't perfectly recreate every single detail of the real world. There will always be unexpected things that come up, new obstacles, and it's always tough to make sure skills learned in one situation can be used in a new situation.
So Agile is a huge step forward in robot training, but it's not like a magic solution. There are still challenges to overcome, and testing things out in the real world is always going to be important.
Absolutely. But what Agile does is it makes that learning process a lot faster and gives robots a big head start. It lets them develop this fundamental understanding of how to move and interact with the world, which can then be refined and improved in real-world situations.
This makes me think about the future of Agile. What are some areas where you see this technology developing and becoming even more advanced?
I think there's a lot of potential in developing robots that can adapt to changing environments really quickly. Imagine a robot that can navigate through a landscape that's constantly changing, like a disaster area, or a robot that can learn new tasks and skills just by watching humans.
Wow, that would be amazing. Robots that can learn and adapt in real time and keep getting better and better. It sounds like something out of science fiction, but with Agile, it feels like it could actually happen.
Exactly. And as we continue to work on those algorithms and make those simulations even more realistic, there's really no limit to what we can achieve.
We've really gone deep into the technical side of Agile today, looking at the algorithms, the learning processes, and the physics-based simulation that make it all work. But now I'm ready to see Agile in action. I want to meet these robots that are using this technology and see how it's changing things in the real world.
Well, you're in luck. In part 3, we'll be showing off some of the incredible robots that have been trained with Agile. We'll see robots designed to work in warehouses and robots that are going to change the way we care for our elderly. Get ready to be amazed by how this groundbreaking technology is making a difference in the real world.
Welcome back to AI ToolBox. We've explored the what and the how of Agile, but now it's time for the wow. I'm ready to meet the robots that are showing us just how amazing this technology can be.
Get ready for a front row seat to the robot revolution, and it's all thanks to Agile. First up, we're going straight to the world of logistics. Meet Digit.
Digit. Okay, the name's pretty simple, but I'm guessing this robot is anything but. What makes Digit so special?
Digit is a humanoid robot built for all the craziness of warehouse automation. And thanks to all that training with Agile, Digit can navigate those tight spaces, handle all kinds of packages, and even work together with humans. And it does all of that with incredible precision and efficiency.
Wait a minute, collaborate. So we're not talking about robots taking over jobs, but actually working alongside people.
You got it. Digit's been trained to understand its human coworkers, to predict their movements, and to adapt to an environment that's always changing. Imagine a warehouse where robots and humans are working together, seamlessly boosting productivity and making things safer. That's the future that Digit is bringing to life.
Okay, I'm seriously impressed now. This isn't just about making things automatic. It's about creating a work environment that's better for everyone.
Yeah.
But let's move on to our next Agile superstar, Grace. Tell me, is this robot as graceful as her name suggests?
Grace is definitely living up to her name. She's a humanoid robot designed to provide personalized care and companionship to our senior citizens. And Agile has played a huge role in developing her ability to interact with people in a way that feels natural and intuitive.
Okay, so I'm picturing Grace helping someone with their groceries, reminding them to take their medicine, maybe even telling a joke or two. It just sounds like a really heartwarming combination of technology and human connection.
That's exactly what Grace is all about. She's been trained in this simulated environment that's just like a real home. This way she can learn how to help with everyday tasks, know what people need, and provide that sense of companionship.
So she's not just a, cold, unfeeling machine.
Yeah.
She's a robot with a bit of empathy, trained to understand human emotions and respond to them.
Exactly. Grace represents a future where technology can actually make our lives better in ways we never thought possible, providing support, companionship, and even a sense of joy.
It's amazing to think that these kinds of robots were just science fiction a few years ago. But now, thanks to tools like Agile, they're becoming a reality.
And this is just the beginning. As Agile keeps evolving, we can expect to see even more incredible robots that can help us in ways we can't even imagine right now.
It's such an exciting time to be following the world of robotics, and Agile is at the forefront of this whole revolution. Before we wrap up, let's tell our listeners where they can learn more about this amazing tool and the robots it's making possible.
If you want to explore the world of Agile a bit more, definitely head over to the Human2Humanoid website. It's packed with information. You can find in-depth explanations of the technology and even some cool demos that show what Agile can do.
And for all of you AI fans out there, don't forget to follow us at AI for the People for more awesome deep dives like this one. We're always searching for the newest and coolest stuff in the world of AI, and we can't wait to share it with you.
We truly believe that knowledge is power, and we want to make AI something everyone can understand and use. So keep exploring, keep learning, and let's all work together to shape the future of AI.
And that's it for today's episode. We had a blast taking you into the world of Agile, and we hope you're just as excited as we are about what it means for the future of robotics. Until next time, keep innovating, keep imagining, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.